Hello and welcome to Teaching My Cat to Read, the very serious book review podcast. I'm Eli.
I'm Em.
And I'm Lottie. And this week we're giving our very first mini episode a callback to our first real episode all about Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Jingle, jingle. Jingle gnomes there, guys.
Jingle, 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 jingle. Yes, we can explain what we're doing here. So basically, we all got very, very busy. We're very busy. We're adults with lives and jobs and possibly moving house and things.
I have a career now. It's absurd.
I know. What is that?
Yeah, Eli's got to do conferences.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Da, da, da. Anyway, that means our recording schedule has been a little bit... So we thought instead of leaving you with a big hiatus in the middle of season 2, we would record a couple
right out
of
the gate, you know.
I mean, it's me. Bro knows what they're getting. It's fine. So we thought we'd just do a few mini episodes to tide you all over. Mm-hmm. And since season 2 started, we've got a bunch of new bits that we didn't do for our favourite books of season 1. So we thought we'd just go back and
do them for books we've already read.
Yes, be extremely funny, hopefully. Maybe. Who knows?
I feel love Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice is a good book to be funny about. It's true.
Yeah. So what shall we kick off with our fun bits?
See, I want to do Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss. I feel like this is an excellent book for Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss. Although I think we should clarify, I realised after we did this did we do this for Out of the Silent Planet? Mm-hmm. Was that the first one we did this for?
Yeah, I think that was the first one we did it for, yeah.
I realised after we did it that we didn't kind of explain, because when you play Marry, Kill, it's like for you, isn't it? It's like, which of these things for you would you like to Marry, Kill? Yeah. And I don't think this works quite the same way. In my head, when I say Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss,
it's objective.
Yeah, which character objectifies... No, that's not the word I'm
Embodies,
looking for.
Represent.
That!
Yeah.
Motherfucker, yes. Yeah. Just lots of F-bombs today.
We're trying to say which... If a person was embodied gatekeeping, who would it be in this book?
Who would it be?
You know?
Yeah.
I'd say Lady Catherine de Bourgh. She's gatekeeping. She's gatekeeping Darcy.
Yeah.
Gatekeeping money.
I feel like the entire system of Edwardian marriage and class is kind of gatekeeping.
It's also a little bit gaslighting. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, maybe it just lends itself to gaslighting.
Yeah.
I think Caroline Bingley is gaslight.
Interesting. Back it up.
She's doing, I guess she's more like, she's a bit two-faced where she's really nice to Elizabeth in certain circumstances, but she actually also just hates her.
Yeah.
And so it's, if Elizabeth was less savvy, you would end up with a situation where she was just like, I don't understand how this person is.
That is also kind of how the whole relationship with Jane plays out, isn't it? Because Jane is just too nice and does not understand that,
people can be mean.
She cannot get her head around why Caroline is blowing hot and cold, and 1 second you're my best friend in the world, and the next second you know who is absolutely gaslight though is Wickham.
Yes,
Wickham. Just walking up here if it makes Darcy uncomfortable to see me, he shall leave, not I, despite the fact that I nearly abducted
his sister
and ruined the life of his sister, literally a year ago. It's not that far away. Yes, also he's trash.
It's just utter trash. Just yeah. No. Girl Boss, I feel it's... I don't know. I mean, I feel Elizabeth Bennet, but I feel as the main character...
I don't know. Do we think Girl Boss is positive? Do we think Girl Boss is positive,
Did Lizzie effectively use Girl Boss?
Oh.
Because, if it's not, if we're using it in a, Girl Boss derogatory in brackets... I think Caroline Bingley is probably the better candidate.
Lady Catherine de Bourgh also.
Okay, yeah. By that definition, if you were go you, then it'd be Elizabeth Bennet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm down with this as a ranking.
The derogatory thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess we also have manipulate, mansplain, malewife, which is the same
thing.
We do. But the alternate version.
Whereas I think Mr. Collins is mansplain.
Yeah, he's definitely mansplain.
Absolutely.
Wickham's manipulative.
Yeah, we have way too many candidates for manipulative. Because I think both the Bingley sisters fall under that category.
Also Mrs. Bennet to a degree.
Yeah, I think Mrs. Bennet isn't out. Also, I don't know that you can't necessarily put Mr. Bennet under mansplain either.
Yeah.
Because there's that whole sequence of him being like, oh, Lizzie, Lydia will be fine if she goes to Bath unchaperoned and, is it Bath?
It's probably Bath.
It's one of the southern
Bath.
B cities.
Brighton.
Oh, it's Brighton. You're right.
So we're beginning with B in the south.
Yeah. Well, apparently that's the thing of like, so I went to Brighton 3-4 years ago, and there's like the pavilion that was like the Prince Regent's. So the Prince Regent was a massive fan of Jane Austen's, and Jane Austen hated him.
Lol.
And like Brighton at the time was like a watchword for debauchery, because that's where this guy was hanging out and doing drugs and generally being a slut. And like, no, okay, that's bad. Sorry, that's rude. We support ethical sluttery in this house.
Well, I was going to say, my experience of Brighton is I went to Trans Pride being like, I might be a transgender. And then I came back from Trans Pride like, I'm definitely a transgender. And I also nearly impulse got a tattoo.
Fair, valid. My main memory of it is antique shops with like rings with the really off stones that you're like, I could kill somebody with that if I punched them in the face.
Yeah, this is a weapon.
Yeah.
I went to an antique shop today. This is completely off topic. I went to, in Ely, there is an antique shop that is huge and 3 stories tall.
Damn, son.
And I saw 5 different hand-turned sewing machines.
I mean,
and I bought one of them.
I was going to say,
It's so
please
cute.
tell me you bought one.
I did. I bought. It's a dinky little. It's a single thread chain stitch. It's like a toy basically.
Is it like the
but
one
it
on
works.
Bernadette Banner's YouTube channel?
Yeah, the latest video.
Yes.
It's not the same. It's not the same make, and it's not as old, but it's the same like mechanism and vibrating with excitement. So that's my news for today.
Just to tie it into the Regency, I did find the other day there is a Jane Austen like festival, and you can go like dress in Regency costume, so you can make one on your machine and then go.
Well, the machine I have is like, I think it's from the late 40s at earliest, because that's when they started making these ones. But like it historical dressmaking methodology, like it is sort of, it would be historical to do. Because these things were around that early.
Yeah, definitely.
I want all our dear listeners to be aware that this is not the first hand-turned sewing machine that Eli has come home with.
On an impulse.
Yeah, several months ago they made a tip trip and rescued is it from the 1890s?
1894, I think.
Yeah, it's
cool.
A hand-turned sewing machine. It is gorgeous.
And that's a Singer, so that's like the real deal.
And it's so pretty.
It's gorgeous. There were so many gorgeous ones in this antique shop that was just like, oh my gosh, so much old stuff. It was so good.
There's something about them. Like the last time I was with my sister at any kind of like antiques thing, like she always makes a beeline direct for the hand-turned sewing machines.
Oh yeah. It's just that they're beautiful and I love them and I want all of them, and I think I might have a problem.
Nah.
See, this is the other thing about that house that we were looking at, was there wouldn't be room for a burgeoning hand-turned sewing machine collection.
Part of the reason we're so busy and that we need to record these mini episodes is that Em and I are moving house.
Yes. It's
so
scary.
many adult life things
Scary
happening.
I know,
things.
scary adult things.
We are so off track. Who is malewife in Pride and Prejudice?
Bingley.
Yeah.
I was going to say Bingley.
It's like you see that boy and you instantly like, is somebody going to wife that, and then not wait for an answer? Like,
yeah, like he is absolutely like wife guy.
I mean, to be fair, that is his entire purpose of going there. It was to find a wife. It's like
he meets Jane Bennet and he is immediately just like becomes
golden retriever.
That is like he is the like perfect house husband material.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah. This is the
Yeah.
Do you know what? I hate to say it, but I think the first half of the book, Darcy also qualifies for both mansplain and manipulate.
Yes.
He is a bit manipulative.
Because he is complicit in all of Caroline's, like, scheming vis-a-vis making sure Jane can't see Bingley.
Yeah.
And they both pull the, like, we're trying to convince Bingley that Jane doesn't really love him.
Yes.
So even though she very not blatantly, but she does, and they don't know her well enough to, like, pull that
I think Mrs. Bennet is also manipulate, because she has the whole like, oh, Jane will have to stay the night because she'll get sick.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's your child.
Yeah.
Like, people don't die of colds in the 1830s, but like sometimes they do.
Yeah. Also, like, I feel like Mrs. Bennet has to be manipulative, but she's also just manipulative, but kind of, I get you have to be manipulative because you want your kids married, because you have no other option, because you've only got daughters, etc., etc. But then also, like, totally happy that your 16-year-old has just married someone who's 32, which, granted, is looking at this through a lens of now.
No,
but
it's still gross.
Still
it's
weird.
still bad.
I find it weird. Like, when you look at it, you go,
according to... So that was one of the things I was enjoying about the Jane Austen at Home book, was it was talking about things that it was giving me context on some of this stuff. And the impression that I've gotten from it so far is that normal people, you would not get married until, like, 20. It was like you were averaging early mid-20s for marriage, right?
Yeah.
On both sides. And the further up in society you get, the younger people start getting married.
Yeah, and when you get, like, really, really young marriages, often it's sort of just to, like, get it locked in. It's not that they're actually, like, expected to start popping out children.
Also, the fact that I saw this on, I think it was Tumblr, somewhere, that, so Charlotte in this book classifies herself, she doesn't want to become a spinster. And the fact the word spinster was only used to refer to single women between the ages of 23 to 26. And if you are over the age of 26 and still single, you are a thornback. And I'm like, that sounds
what?
Like a thornback, according to metro.co.uk.
Where does that come from? Like, etymologically, why? What does that even mean?
I don't know.
I'm going to go look it up afterwards.
Go Google. Go Google. We can spin it out to a
so
blog post.
weird. That sounds like an alien. That sounds like a mysterious magical creature made of brambles from, like,
I mean, to be honest, it sounds
a fantasy
better.
book or something.
Like I'd rather be a thornback. Like that sounds like I've got like a pet dragon, a la Temerat. Like,
Yeah.
Like it sounds like a wildlife. But
yeah, that's what it reminds me of, like Norwegian Ridgeback, like from the boy wizard books.
The books that shall not be named. Hey, Joke Rowling, you. I just wanted to get that in.
This is an anti-J.K. Rowling establishment here.
Yeah, because we in this house, because not just because we're trans people, but we respect trans people in this house. Yeah. You, Joke Rowling. Anyway, that got more serious.
You're full of it today.
I'm sorry. Listen, I'm very tired. Leave me alone. So not to get off the light-hearted topic of this mini episode, I was just going to say the one thing about Mrs. Bennet, I think, in my brain, I don't immediately categorize her as manipulate, because in my head, in order to be manipulate, you have to be good at it.
yeah.
Which, like, she's not
I
great.
love the idea
she's
that,
not
like,
great
Jane goes
at it.
to no, it's not Pemberley. Where is it? Where is it that they
Netherfield.
Place.
Netherfield Hall, yeah. And like is turns up, sneezing because she's walked in the rain, and it's just the most transparent thing ever. And Bingley's like, I don't care, I love her, and Darcy's like, this is ridiculous. You cannot be going. You cannot
to
be
be
having
fair,
this.
like Darcy's like looking at his friend going, "Daff me!" Like I'm trying to be your wingman, and this woman's mother is bonkers. Like,
yeah,
just utterly bonkers.
Darcy just staring down the barrels of having to know Miss Bennet for the rest of his life because his best friend marries one of the daughters.
Joke's on him!
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like note out to Pemberley and just be like, no, we're just doing exclude Mrs. Bennet because she's bonkers. Like
every time I think about this, I'm just like, I'm so glad I have nice in-laws. My goodness.
Linking to our most recent read, Out of the Silent Planet. What would Lizzie Bennet do we think?
Firstly, she wouldn't get on the fucking spaceship because she's not stupid. She wouldn't be like, oh man, I wonder why these horrible people that I don't like keep asking me if anybody's going to notice if I'm missing. She would be out of there like a shot. She wouldn't have even gone in.
She wouldn't have gone in.
She is the final girl in the horror movie. She wouldn't end up on that stupid planet to start with.
Yeah. Okay. The long way to a small angry planet. What would Lizzie Bennet's role be on that spaceship? Because I think she'd be friends with Dr. Schaff, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
I like to think so, because I love Dr. Schaff.
Yeah. Everyone's friends with Dr. Schaff.
My mind is just boggling on the kind of whole idea of Lizzie Bennet on a spaceship, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Like, somebody must have done that, right? Somebody's written
if
the,
somebody
like,
who's listening to this
Lizzie
podcast
Bennet in Star Wars or whatever. Yeah. Somebody's done
That's
that.
got to exist. Hey, if not, I've got a new fanfiction idea for you.
No, I don't need any more. Stop! I'm so busy. Don't do this to me.
Congratulations! Now you have 16 unfinished.
Oh, that's an understatement. That's an understatement. Okay, we have definitely hit our 15-minute. We are doing a mini episode. If we keep talking, this will become a real episode.
I know.
But yes, I hope you enjoyed our new foray into just doing 15 minutes for the bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will be sprinkling these in among our more standard
like
formats. We've got a couple other sort of we've got some other sort of wild card type episodes as well that we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
So keep an ear out for those. Those are going to be really fun, I think.
I will be updating the schedule on the website at some point when I get around to fiddling with the website. So it will all be on there. But if you want to go back, if you enjoyed this episode and thought, I want to try some more, just go back and listen to all the other episodes that we've done. There's like 37 of them. Binge them and then share it with your friends and family. And then, I don't know, put it on a blog or something, or yell at us on
Tell us if you liked it. Tell us if you liked it
because it makes us very happy.
It makes our life, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all so much for listening. Remember to follow us on your podcast platform so you never miss an episode, and give us a like or review if you enjoyed this episode. So yeah, big virtual hugs, and we'll see you next time. Bye.